Hello and welcome to the School Nurses Staff Training. This is a little tutorial on how to get onto the Canvas page that has the staff training material. So that's something that I will offer each year. And then I also, as I have every year, will meet with each of your teams in each house to discuss the particulars of your students in your house and what health concerns they have. Those usually include things like food allergies, asthma, other concerns like diabetes, celiac disease, immunocompromised students or students with bleeding disorders. Then I usually have a column for seasonal allergies and reactions to insect bites. I have a seizure disorder column that you'll get in my spreadsheet, and then unlimited bathroom privileges. So I discuss all those categories and give you a spreadsheet during our team meeting. But in the meantime, I want to show you how to use this course. So I do appreciate all of those that have signed on. I am able to track who's signed on and how long you were on. It was brought to my attention that some of the videos are the same as the Upper Arlington modules that you are required to do through our school board or our school district. And those actually are not the same. They have a totally different. Public School Works runs those videos. So the ones I have are catered towards the school personnel, and they're a lot shorter than the ones that you get in the module. So don't let that stop you. They're quick. There's 8 videos in this course, and they are very informative and very short. So let's start here by clicking on to the course. I have a little welcome here, and in the welcome I do talk about at the training meeting that I have with you, I will check to see that you are able to administer the medication by using the trainers, and I'll bring those to the meeting. First thing you want to do is go to the modules. Okay, in the modules I have the staff training introduction. That is where this is where the UA district requires you to do some courses. I'm going to move this over here so we can see that nicely. Okay, there we go. I won't be able to show you all of the page, but a part of it. So you know how to, you've already received that message. You need to go through those. Those are put together by Public School Works. So some of them are really long, and I have ones that are shorter, so it's better. Okay, clinic newsletter, if you can click on that. It might be nice to print this off for your subfolder. If you'd like to do that, at the very bottom here, it says staff intro letter, and you just press that and it downloads it. Throw that in your subfolder. I think I also gave everybody a copy of this to begin the year. But these are easy to make for yourself. It gives you the staff hours, the clinic hours, how to handle a student that may be feigning, what do we do with medication, and how do we handle that, CPR and AED information, the screenings that I do each year, hearing, vision, referrals, and some other things, and finally my Jones School philosophy or clinic philosophy. I'm going to go over here again, back to the module, which you can't see because it's off the cover here. And we're going to go back to that. So that's the clinic newsletter. Please feel free to print that off. These are the ones from the previous years. If you ever want to see what the pandemic was like, you can click on the 2019 one or 2020. The teacher checklist is just a little checklist for your knowledge. It just says, hey, here's some of the things that you should be thinking about doing, like printing the clinic hours off and collecting the first aid kit that I gave you, reviewing the care plans, asking to meet with me, going through the module. That's what the checklist is for. You can print that off as well right there. Okay, next one is the clinic hours. Print this sign, so you can do that easily. I always usually give you some at the mailbox room. I'll print some off for you. You just click it right there at the download, and that works. Okay, go back to my modules here on the left-hand side, and let's keep going down. Now we're going to get to the health concerns. Here's a question I get a lot. I do spend at least 40 hours or more before school starts getting all the information about health concerns that I can from our Power School, which once the parents register for it, it is available, and we have most up-to-date information from the parent on their student and their health concern. So I have a little thing, what if I need to know it right now before I even walk in the door? Well, one of the things you can do, like I said, is get on PowerSchool. Here's that little emblem right here. Let me see if I can, yeah, I think you can see that. And if you click that on PowerSchool, it's going to give you a quick health alert. There's more you can find on PowerSchool, but I'm not sure if all of you know how to do that. I'm happy to show you how to do that. But I usually put that information together, that data, in that spreadsheet that I give you at our team meeting. Back to the module. So that was what do I need to know if the health concerns of my students right now? I have a little section on COVID. I'm not going to go through that. There's some nice signs in there. If you'd like, a poster of washing your hands or covering your cough, you'll find it in the coronavirus module. The next one's the food allergies. This is the guidelines for the classroom. This is actually something that part of it is school board policy, and the other part is, when you download this, the other part is just guidelines that give you some guidelines on how to handle food allergies in the classroom. Again, this is an easy one to print off if you want it. You know, some people don't really want to have directions of the 3 simple steps for the EpiPen, but it's not a bad idea. That's what this module contains. Information about insect bites, it's all right in there. Okay, let's go back to our modules. It's over here. And let's go, we're on food allergies, which is, probably the #1 health concern that we talk about. I have a section on where to find the EpiPen at Jones. So look at that and read that little section. We do have stock EpiPens for everybody. I have, the last one is training videos. So this one's really good. This is not the one that was in public schoolwork. So this actually is a Children's Hospital produced. It has former Jones student in there. It's really good. It's short, and that's why I included it. Okay, and the next section of health concern that we need to know about is diabetes. Again, click on the module Diabetes Guideline for the Classroom. It will go ahead and give you a little download button, and then you can go ahead, if you feel like I'd really love to see all this in print, not just read it right now, go ahead and print that off. There is one page I think is particularly nice, is the one action for the teachers. Again, we'll go through the emergency medication administration during our team meeting, but this is nice to have. And there's several pages, up to 7 pages of this. Okay, so that is diabetes, and I just logged out. That is the training video for diabetes glucagon administration. This year and last year, the glucagon that used to be in a shot format is now available in a spray, and there are a couple videos here that are really good. These are with the shot. So glucagon is a hormone, and I'll discuss this in our team meeting, that is administered with a shot, and now with a spray, that causes the liver to produce a sugar to spill out, and that gets a student that may be semi-conscious conscious. So that's one I'd like you to watch. And I'll try to find one on the new spray. I have the 2 that are the old shot, which is really not being used. A lot of this emergency medicine now is being offered in nasal spray. Okay, and then the next category of health concern is epilepsy guidelines for the classroom. And right here, if you want to press on that, this one is covers what is it, the types of seizures there are, first aid, rescue therapies, and how to support the student in the school. So I have a nice PDF file on this, and this goes through, this is from the Epilepsy Foundation, and it has a nice, gives you background on really what is epilepsy. So this might be something that if you feel like you're not comfortable with knowing that much about it that you'd like to have this printed off, please do so. The seizure first aid, I'll try to get this one right here that's on page 5. I'll try to print that off for you and bring it to the meeting because it happens to be a really good one. So that's under seizures or epilepsy. Those are just two different ways to say the same thing. And let's go back to the modules again. And we've got, and I'm not going to start clicking on everything anymore. Then we have another one with how to administer emergency medicine to someone who's having a seizure. And then there's one about playing sports. I just watched that recently, and some reason it got cut a little short, so I'll try to get a better one out. I have a whole thing on first aid in the school. So we have the Stop the Bleed. We have those kits all over the school. This shows you how to use those kits. And there's also a video on choking, how to save someone that's choking. I also have a section here, class offerings and hands-on training. If you want to schedule a team meeting with me, you can do that through this, or you can just go ahead and email me, but this is just a Google Forms. I also have a questionnaire about CPR. If you want to answer a few questions, are you certified? I can give me an idea who we have certified in the school and who wants to do it. I also have one on AED. If you can answer those are just simple Google forms that I end up receiving. And then there are a few times in the year where people really have to have a course right away. They've kind of run out of time and they're coaching. And there's some online ways to get a course if you need it quickly. And then lastly, I have a resource center. So sometimes there's some things that you'd like more information about that a student has, like celiac disease. There's an interesting part on, can airborne gluten be a factor? Flour in the air, can that affect someone that has celiac? And there's some information about that. And then I also have a section at the bottom, an educator's guide to concussion, which is a real nice pamphlet that's put together by Children's Hospital. And it helps you kind of figure out what would I see in a student that has a concussion. I will try to add, as different diagnoses come up that we are all interested in and want to know more information about, if I find those, I will put those in the resource center. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you take the time to look at it. I know we all have, so many things to do in the fall. We also have all the training that our administrators are asking us to do through Public School Works. So if you can take the time to do some of this, I think you'll find it beneficial. And then I look forward to meeting with your team to kind of round it out with added information and to practice using the training materials. All right, I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.